Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I hope you like it as much as I did making it. This is a kind of neutral pink purple eye look with a bold lip. I don't usually go for red, so this is kind of new for me. I'm using some new products as well that I got recently today, so if you want to know about them, keep watching. I'll list everything down below that I use. So yeah, subscribe to my channel and I hope you enjoy watching. Okay, so I've already moisturised my face, but I use the Nip and Fab Soft and Kill Fix Moisturiser. Some people don't moisturise, some people just prime, some people just moisturise and don't prime, but I always moisturise and prime. So for my primer, I'm going to use the Photo Finish Foundation Primer by Smashbox. I know this is a tiny sample, but I've just bought the big one and I'm waiting on it coming. So I just put a tiny little bit on my finger, nose, on my forehead. It doesn't feel like I've got anything on, like it's quite refreshing as well. So for my foundation, I'm going to use my new Naked Skin Urban Decay Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. I just put a little bit on here. And then I just go on. I need to be quick because it kind of dries in a little bit. And I just dab it in and then I swirl it around. And a little bit goes a long way with this foundation. Like I can do like my whole half side of the face, not including the forehead. Whereas with my last foundation, I had to go in quite a few pumps. Remember the ear. I'm just going to go in with that again. Do the same on the other side. Just kind of give your hand a little bit of cramp. So I'm just taking a tiny little bit again, and then on my forehead, down my nose, and just blend it out. With this foundation, it's quite full coverage. I don't feel like I actually need that much concealer, but for now I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape, which I actually bought in the wrong shade, so I'm waiting on the new one coming. So this one doesn't really do a good job of highlighting, but it still works as a concealer obviously, and you don't need much of it. It will go a long way with this stuff. So just gonna put it under here. I always wipe it first because a lot comes off on the brush. So I go in with my damp beauty blender and I spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. I just go ahead. I usually start with my chin, but today I'm going to start with my eyes. It still does a good job of brightening under my eyes, just not as much as obviously it would if it was a lighter shade. So my advice is don't buy the same shade as your face. Okay, so that's done. So I'm going to go on straight in and set my face. I use the Laura Geller Filter Finish setting powder, and it's like colour corrected one, so it's got different shades in it. So I use this brush, it's from the Tarte Unicorn collection, and I just use it to go under my eyes. And then I use the big pink one from the same collection just to go over the rest of my face. Now I contour. I have to admit, I do my makeup in a pretty strange way. I do what I've done now, my contour, and then I go into my eyes, and then I go back to my cheeks, which is really strange, I know, but it's just the way I do it. So I use the Contour Spectrum palette by Zoeva, and it's just got the 4 here, and I use the 2 brown ones. I don't really use these. I probably should, but I just don't. I use this contour brush from the same Unicorn collection from Tarte, and these brushes are amazing. I highly recommend them. It's just like the perfect shape. So I take these 2 shades here that are CN40 and 20, and I just dip it in both of them, and then I go up. To the top of my ear. So then I take my Sigma soft angled contour brush, the F23, looks like this, and this is an amazing brush as well. I think I got it off Beauty Bay. And then I just go up and down, blend it out. I have some like blemishes here, so it kind of makes my contour look really funny. Hopefully they won't be there for long. Okay, so then I take the same brush and I go back into these 2 shades, and I go under from my ear to my chin. And the same on my forehead. Now I take my MAC 129 brush and I just kind of go over that. Now my contour is quite light just now, so I'm going to go in with my Cheek Parade by Benefit that I just got today. This is my first Benefit product that I actually own. I got the roller lash at the same time as well, so I'll be using that in this tutorial. So I'm just going to try out. It comes like this. I'm going to do first impressions on this soon, but it still smells amazing. So I'm going to use that same brush that I used for my contour, and I think I'm going to use Hoola and go in same place. See it? And then I'm just going to do the same as I did before. Okay, so I'm going to take my Sigma Shader Inner Corner E46 brush, and I'm going to use this to contour my nose. So I'm just going to dip it in Hoola. and just go down inside of my nose and up to my brow. Do the same on the other side. Take it under my nose, make a V shape. And go down the side of my nostril as well. I always leave like a space in between where it's like, so they're not connected. I'm going to take my 224 and I'm just going to go down and blend it down the way. I have a problem with my nose really, so I don't like it being that bold a contour and like making my nose like stick thin. So I am going to move on to the eyes now, which I said I know is a really strange way to do my makeup, but it's just how I've always done it. So I'm going to take just normal sellotape and I'm going to just take out a big bit. So that's ready for after I do my brows. So let's use my Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. So I start just on the inner corner here, just draw a line right underneath it, all the way out and down, like that. And then I do the same on top, but I don't take it from the inner corner, I take it just from like, I don't know, half a centimetre in, like here. And I just go along the top of my hairs. And then fill it in. Okay, it just broke on me. Second time it's done that. So now at the start I don't like it being bold, so I just go in and flick it up the way. I'm just going to quickly do the other one off camera and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so that's both my brows done. I am now going to go in with my setting powder, which I would usually do before my brows, but I forgot. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Powder. Is it going to focus? Go. High definition setting powder. So I'm just going to take this beauty blender, take a little bit on there, and then just set it under my eyes. And then a little bit on my chin as well, because I get quite sweaty there. Probably the first place I get sweaty. TMI. shit does not taste nice. Okay, so I'm going to let that set for a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm going to take my MAC 129 brush and I'm just going to sweep that away. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyes. So, like I said earlier, I've took a little bit of sellotape and I'm just going to place them under my eyes at the corner up to the side of my, where my brow ends. Like so. Take the other one and just do the same. The sellotape isn't too kind of sticky, so it doesn't take off foundation. You need to make sure they're kind of equal, because if you've got two different lines and you try and do a liner along that line, then you're going to have two totally different styles of wings and it's just going to look stupid, really. I've done it myself a few times. Okay, so for primer for my eye, I use this Zoeva Pearl one. They do a matte one as well that I've got, but I've not used it yet because I usually do shimmer on my eyes. So I just take the tiniest little bit on my finger and rub it together, place it on my eyes. Okay, so today I'm going to go for a bit of a bolder look than I usually do. Usually I do a neutral nude. I always use my Tarte Amazonian clay palette in the Bloom as my go-to, but today I'm going to use my Modern Renaissance by Anastasia and my Morphe 35F, the Fond Frost. Okay, so I'm going to use my Morphe R37 brush and I'm just going to go in my Morphe palette with this white one in the corner here, and I'm just going to put that over the lid. Nice base. And I'm just going to blend it in with my Sigma E40. Okay, now I'm going to go back with the Morphe brush. I'm going to go in with the Buon Fresco, this one here, kind of light pinky one. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. Just put it in the crease. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to go with Real Girl, the orange one here at the side, at the end. Just going to take a bit of that, tap it off, because this stuff's really pigmented, which is good. Then I'm just going to take it from the corner and go in from the crease. So, and I'm just going to take my Sigma E40 blended brush and just blend that out because it's quite bold just now. So I'm going to take the Morphe brush back and I'm going to go in with Love Letter, which is this one here, just lightly, and I'm just going to go in here, kind of all over the lid, out to the corner. And then just go in with a Sigma brush again and just blend it out. Then I'm going to take my Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease brush and I'm going to go in with Venetian Red. Just pretty much the same shade as the last one, just a little bit darker. And I'm just going to put that into the corner of my eye. And then again I'm going to go with my Sigma brush. This is such a good brush. And then I'm going to blend it out into my crease. Like so. And then I'm gonna go to my Morphe palette and I'm gonna take this shade, where is it? This shade here, just at the side, and I'm just gonna go in the crease with this and then over. Just to give it a bit of a shimmer, and then I'm going to back with my Sigma brush and again just blend it in. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Anastasia palette and I'm going to take this little shader brush that I got from the Unicorn collection from Tarte, and I'm gonna take the shade Vermeer. Okay, no, I'm gonna take the shade Primavera instead. Take quite a bit of that on my brush, and then I'm gonna spray it with my MAC Fix Plus spray. Then I'm just gonna put it on the inner corner of my eye. Do the same for the other eye, spray it again. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Sigma blending brush and then just blend that out. Okay, so I'm going to take the sellotape off now, and I'll have a sharp line which will help me when I do my liner. So I'm going to take the same brush I used for the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to put a tiny little bit more of that on top, just not wet end, just to make it a bit more dazzling. Okay, yes, I'm going to take this brush again by Tarte, and then I'm going to go in with the colours that I used most, so the Venetian Red, Love Letter, and mix the two together even though they're pretty much the same. And then I'm going to go right underneath my waterline, my lower lash. I go in with the one that I use on my inner corner, so Primavera, and just put that meat in it, so just coming out. Just to make it not as harsh. Now I'm going to go in with my Zoeva Luxe Petite Pencil 240, and I'm going to take Primavera and Vermeer and just mix them together. And I put this in the inner corner of my eye, here. And then I use the same shades for under my brow as well. With my tapered blending brush, I just blend it out so it's not so bold. For my liner, I use MAC's eye pencil in Coffee. Sometimes I use the black one and the white one. I'm going to start being more a bit creative with my I found an eyeliner yet that stays on for hours. This one kind of fades pretty quickly. MAC's one. Anyway, so next I am going to do my mascara, and I recently, today, I got an order from Benefit, as I said, and this is the Roller Lash, and I'm going to use this for the first time. But first I apply Smashbox's Photo Finish Lash Primer, and this stuff helps a lot. It makes your eyelashes look a lot longer than they are. Here it goes. It's kind of curved, which I like. Wow. That's amazing. Impressed. I'm impressed. I usually go in with my NYX skinny mascara on the bottom lashes, but that wand was quite thin, so I just used it. I'm really happy with that mascara. Like, it's so much better than MAC's, which I didn't think I'd ever see. But now I'm gonna go in with my blush, and I'm gonna use my new Cheek Parade palette from Benefit. I'm going to use my Morphe M100 mini blending blush brush even. I think I'm just going to go for the new California one. Just this pretty one in the middle. I mixed it in with Dandelion this time. I'm just going to take my MAC brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit. I'm going to try my new Jeffree Star and Manny Collab highlighter, and I'm so excited to try this. It's the biggest highlighter I've ever seen in my life. Look at the size of it, the size of my hand, the size of my face. It's beautiful, it's beautiful. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going to use this for my highlighter. So I'm just going to swirl it around the moon. I'll try this side first. Swirl it about, don't just do it one way. It comes off so much better. It's blinding. I love it. I can't believe how big it is. Okay, and I also got the two liquid lipsticks that came with the collection, and I'm going to use the red one, I'm Shook, because I like red better and it's bolder, and that's the look I'm going for. I've lost I have the MAC Lip Prep and Prime, and it's amazing, but I think it's in my handbag. Okay, so I've added some liner because I completely forgot to do liner, which is the most important of my look. And I've added some gloss to my lips, which I'm not 100% sure if I like or not. Brow gel. Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. Stuff's really good. So for my setting spray, I'm going to use Urban Decay's All Nighter, which smells amazing. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any more suggestions, just leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!